Yeah, had to start using one of the desktops again. I love my baby laptop, but due to some things I'm getting ready to undertake business-wise, it will work better. I'll still use the laptop to do conferences and stuff, but I hit a snag on recent consulting jobs, so they just sent stuff back to me. I've got to add a little bit to it. Everything I did was like it should be, but there was additional information that needed to be. And let me tell you something. Having chickens cackle because they laid an egg while you're in a video conference with someone is embarrassing. But the only other way I could do it is either take it in the house and do it in there, which isn't going to work because I've got, excuse me, children, hot and cold running children all over the place, and I wouldn't have it any other way. That's part of that be kind thing. Love my grandbabies with my whole heart. My late mother has 2 surviving sisters. Her youngest sister, yesterday was her birthday. I private messaged her and wished her a happy birthday. That's Dixie, and then Dorothy is older than Dixie, and she lives in Chigashay. Got a lot of family things going on. I had to have Nick build me a shelf, and it's over there. It's got stuff on it that I have to have. I have no place to put anything. Part of it is I've got too much stuff. I understand that, but most of that stuff is necessary for things I do. Excuse me. It was a really rough night last night, and I kept Linda up. Most nights are rough. All my pain relief about 3:30, 3:45 this morning wore off, and all I could do was lay back down and hurt. I'm doing my dead level best to manage everything. It is something, I'll tell you. I wish that hen would quit cackling. She must have laid double eggs or double yolk or something. Let's see if this thing's done charging yet. Almost. It is an absolute tragedy about the children and teacher and other adult that got murdered down in Uvalde, Texas. It breaks my heart. I've been in prayer for everyone down there. And of course all the conspiracy theorists come out, oh, he was MK Ultra, bullpucky. There are some steps that could be taken, one of which is they've taken God out of the classroom, and God needs to be put back in the classroom, but it needs to be set up. So let's say it's a Muslim child that's in there. They can lay a prayer rug down and pray toward the east, toward Mecca, and say their prayers. Let's say it's a Buddhist in there. They can lay their prayer rug down and they can pray to Buddha. A Christian can pray to Christ. A Jew can pray to their God. It doesn't have to be denominational. It really doesn't. But God needs to be put back in the classroom. Another thing that needs, and my version of gun control is controlling the gun, being able to use it well. However, I also believe there needs to be a screening process, and boy, I can hear folks yelling at me now, but no, you don't. Just because you're a human being does not mean you have the right to own a firearm. There needs to be a mental competency evaluation, and I'm not opposed to waiting periods. Now, this kid was 18 years old and supposedly bought both those rifles, and the day before he murdered everybody, he shot his own grandmother. You know, there was definitely stuff that was off with this guy. A lot of mental illness for young men especially can be attributed to a few things. One, it's now known, at least folks I've talked to in law enforcement, he was a pornography addict. Now, pornography is a blight upon the human spirit. It really is. It's a gateway to, it creates deviant behavior. He was also a video gamer. All he did was play video games in his room or sit and watch porn. And a lot of the video games have a negative effect on the psychology of the human male and female. I have some friends that served in Desert Storm. I have fellow veterans I've talked to, and one of the things that they observed was these young men had been playing all these violent video games, and then they got over and actually got into gunfights. They got into combat, and they were shocked that, I'm doing my vlog, they were shocked that it hurt when you got shot. They didn't have a problem shooting other people, but they were shocked that when they got wounded, it hurt. Well, yes, it hurts. That's my lovely granddaughter, Aurora, getting her something to drink.
Indeed.
But that's two of a few things that need to change. One, the answer is not gun control. I have a friend named Amy Smotherman Jenkins. Her dad was Michael Smotherman, who is one of my best friends. And A lot of people thought Mike was absolutely liberal. He wasn't. Mike just called it like he saw it. And Mike was anti-gun control. His version of gun control is the same as mine. You control the gun. I've got video and photographs of Mike and I and my best friend Jerry and a few other friends of mine shooting. And, you know, Mike was a superb shot. His dad owned a gun store in Eric, Oklahoma. But Amy made the point, the answer is not gun control, it's mental health, and that is the bottom line. I don't advocate that all the teachers ought to be carrying guns, but I do advocate get some armed guards in the schools, especially in areas that are prone to have that. Now, Davis school system, we have a good police department here, and you know, they're not going to tolerate that mess. But someone shouldn't be required to carry a firearm if they're a teacher. But one armed guard cannot do it, folks. They had one armed guard at that school, and that's one of the first people that kid shot. Then he went into a classroom, he shot all the students in there. There were several more that were wounded, killed, murdered the teacher. And I guess he thought that would give him some kind of fame that would be make him famous in the annals of history. Well, all it did is it got him a one-way ticket to hell. That's where he's at right now. I'm not God, but it's pretty indicative. These were fourth graders. And, you know, the Lord God, Yeshua ben Miriam, that you know as Jesus, made a statement. It would be better to have a millstone tied about your neck and be cast in the depths of the sea than to offend one of these little ones. And I'm going to tell you something. Murdering a child, that is offending them. I promise you. It broke my heart. Been praying for everybody involved. There's going to be a big blow up about it. The Democrats are going to start working real hard on gun control, and nobody needs a firearm. I have several. You can see them behind me on the wall up there probably. But the bottom line with me is this. Due to my background, I need to be armed. I've got people that would want to kill me just because of who I are. I promise you. I'm not trying to make light of it. I have a sarcastic sense of humor, and I'm extremely tired right now. The bottom line on me is I'm crippled, I'm fat, I'm old, and I'm ugly, and I've been there, done that, and I've put so many people in prison, I've helped put them there, that I have a big target on my back, and I will have for the rest of my life. But that's about all I've got to say today. I'm getting ready to wrap it up in here, so I'm going to the house. Linda and I have a Bible class tonight with Jerry and Diane and Mike and Matt and a few other people. My son Nick's going. So we'll be going to that. It's a Bible prophecy class my best friend Jerry teaches at Lodge 3. But anyway, God bless all of you, and believe me when I tell you this old fat man loves you. I do. I hope your life is going well. Turn the music back on so you didn't have to listen to me snoring. Anyway, God bless you. I love you like the sign right there says be kind. If everybody would be kind, I mean actually be kind, stuff like that school shooting in Uvalde, Texas won't happen. Bye.